FM. Let's say a special hello to you.
Hello.
Hello, how are you doing?
I am
Too
Well,
good,
we have
thank
beautiful,
you.
Natalie and Aliyah, right?
Good night. Good night.
two beautiful
Good night. How
African
are you all doing
women.
tonight?
Two beautiful
We are great.
Trinbagonian women. Yes.
Yes, yes. Oh, you all are great.
Oh, wow.
Yeah.
Well, it's fantastic to
Welcome.
hear you say you're great. I like that. We
Where's
get
Aaliyah? There she is. There's my
Hi
girl.
Aliyah, how are you?
Good.
Mhm.
Wonderful, wonderful, wonderful.
Yeah.
Next time if somebody asks you how are you, tell them I'm excellent.
And fantabulous.
Yeah, I'm fantabulous. So mom, by the way, how was your new year so
Yeah.
far? Let's just talk about how was your new year so far?
Mm.
Well, it was quiet. It was cool, calm. No
Mm,
complaints or anything like that. It was just normal spending the New Year's with me, Leanne, her brothers, and everybody in the family and stuff. It was
mm,
quiet.
mm, mm. And Aliyah, what about you? How was your new year so far?
It was fabulous.
Yeah,
Very
yeah.
nice. Very
I like
nice.
that. I like that. Yeah, man. Yeah.
Ah!
Yeah, yeah, yeah. We like that. We love that. We love that. Excellent, excellent. You know, so
She's a,
mom, um,
Mm-hmm.
Diana saw your story, right? And Diana, you jump in here, Diana.
yeah, go yeah. Her story was actually I saw it, but it was pasted directly on my page to my box by Gary Mahabir, who's also a member of this group. And besides being a co-host of this program, I'm also a global ambassador, a humanitarian, an award-winning author and poet, and I champion the causes of children, women, old people, and animals. And when I saw this little girl's tears, that all she wants to do is go to school, I had to get involved. Right? I had to get involved. She must be in a school. If it is homeschooling, learning until this whatever is sorted out. So, Natalie, tell us something.
Yeah.
How did this story unfold? What happened that you arrived at this juncture and not and Aaliyah? First of all, how old is Aaliyah?
Aliyah is 10.
She's 10 years old. Okay, she was born in Trinidad and
Yeah.
Tobago. She was born in Trinidad and
Yeah.
Tobago. She was born.
Yeah.
Where was she born in Trinidad and Tobago?
Well, she was born at home. She did
Mm-hmm.
not born in the hospital because she was born at home, and then after they took us to the hospital, which is Sando General Hospital, after she was born at home. But it was a home
Mm-hmm.
delivery. Well, to explain that home delivery, it was totally very funny. Sad already. Want to
Okay, we
deliver
don't
it
have to
and
go
stuff,
into
but I did not. Yeah, so
we don't have to
it
go into
was like
details.
that.
Just wanted
So
to. Mm. So you were taken to the
yeah.
hospital with Aaliyah, a babe already born,
Mhm.
San
Mhm.
Fernando General Hospital. Okay, and what
Hospital.
happened?
Yeah.
What happened at San Fernando General Hospital?
Well, after she was born at San Fernando General Hospital and stuff, right? And trying to get her papers to register her and stuff, they do not have that on the computer system stating when I went to get the papers to register her, to get her to register on the computer system. You understand? Because I went
Okay.
back to them many times and they do not have it registered on the computer system.
Okay, isn't it the norm? I've never given birth, but I did some inquiries. Isn't it the norm when a child is
Mhm.
born, a parent or someone is to inform the authorities of the statistics of the child, that this is a male, a female, the date of birth, etc., what at the hospital or whatever authority? Did you provide anyone with information about the birth of Aaliyah? Any governing authority, the
Yeah.
hospital? Who did you provide with information that she was born?
It was already there because even though that the papers and stuff were was there. You understand? They told me when I went back to get the papers to register her, she is not on the a matter of fact, I as the parent who carry the child was there with me. She was not even. I am not even on the computer system.
You are
So,
not
so,
on. Go ahead, answer.
so Aaliyah, let me understand something, right? I
Not
mean, the
Aaliyah,
birth
not
started at
Aaliyah,
home.
Natalie, Natalie.
Natalie, my, my,
Hmm.
my bad. Natalie, I'm sorry. Natalie, the birth started at home,
Mm-hmm.
right? And you ended up at the
Right.
hospital, right? Because of whatever,
Mm-hmm.
right? Now, when you got into the
Mm-hmm.
hospital, didn't they register you with, Aaliyah as a person that's coming in and the person was just born?
She was born already. Yes, I went in
Yeah, yeah.
as like a normal person. Yeah.
Hmm. But when you went in, they
It was
registered
like,
you and say,
like
well, look, go ahead.
when I went, huh?
No, go ahead, go ahead.
Did
No, give me that
someone
again. I didn't hear
register?
that part.
Okay, did someone register, make a notation that you arrived at the hospital with a live birth child?
I
No one did that.
no.
How were you discharged
Because
then?
if they all right. How was I was discharged? Well, when they asked, well, they went for the head doctor to find out more about it and stuff, to get more about it, to find out it, right? For me to be discharged with my child, because they keep on asking me, is Aliyah my child? I said yes, I had her delivered home. Which when had her delivered home, it had two ambulance service was there at the home, at my home at the point of time when I delivered her. The first ambulance took me to Sando General Hospital. You understand? So when I went with her there, stating, well, I do not know if they had registered it or whatsoever and stuff. They had it, and I do not know what they did with all the files and stuff.
So, did you spend the night in the hospital with the baby?
I
Did
spent like,
any
if I
doc?
made her tonight, if I made her like today, right? I spent
Mhm.
like the night in the hospital and I came out the next day, which is about like 12:30. I came home with her the next day, because they don't keep you that like 3 or 4 days. They like keep you for like tonight, and once everything is all right with you, they send you home the next day.
So, any doctors, any nurses came with any chart to look at you? Did anybody have a piece of paper documenting anything while they were looking at you in a bed or at the child or anything like that?
Yeah. And
And
with that paper, I
okay.
don't even know what the doctors and them did with that paper after.
Mm,
So,
okay.
so, so Natalie, they,
Mm-hmm.
they're saying that they don't have a birth paper for Aaliyah because she wasn't born in the hospital.
They don't have
Is that
her registered in the hospital because she was not born in the hospital. They don't have no paper stating that. Because even though it is recorded, it's supposed to be recorded, because everything, I have all the records, but I did not work with the papers to stage to show you that everything, that I was joined in a clinic before. I was even going to my clinic as regular, normal, everything, and they
Mhm.
do not have her registered on the computer system, because me and my ex-husband went to register her, and it was like a back and forth for the both of us right through to get her there. Even we went to the registration office, we went to Port of Spain. We was back and forth, up and down. And even they tried, they did not get nothing on none of the computer system. Went back to the hospital, was the same thing. They're saying they do not have it registered in the hospital.
Was she ever
no?
baptized?
No.
Because if she was baptized, you probably could use the baptism paper certificate as proof of her birth and take it and get her birth paper. So
Mhm.
why didn't you think of baptizing her? Was it's not a religious thing or something, or you didn't?
I would not say it is. I would not say it is is not a related thing, but
Okay. All right.
it
You don't
have
have to go
it
there.
have
Go ahead.
plenty procedures. Hmm.
All right. Go ahead, answer.
No,
It
this
have
is this is what I'm. Go ahead. Go ahead, Natalie.
no. You go ahead. You go ahead. You go ahead.
Now, Natalie, did you have someone who actually was responsible for the natural birth in your house? Someone? Or was it just a situation where it just happened like that and you were you didn't know it was gonna happen and it happened?
Exactly. The
Okay.
earliest person was
No.
left there was homie at the point of time was my two sons, which they that's what I tell you. And actually don't
Mm. Okay. No, but you
Oh,
see, we
okay.
try. We understand.
How
We
you doing,
understand.
Natalie?
That's Gary.
Gary, you're
How you
low.
doing, Natalie? This
You're
is
Gary,
low,
you're
Gary.
low.
Gary.
I am. All right, let
Yeah,
me try and hook up my headset. All right.
yeah. So Natalie, what happened is that you had the natural birth, you have to end up in the hospital. You ended up in the hospital, and after one day you were released to go back home, right? And for some reason, for 10 years now, you've been trying to get a birth paper for your daughter and you're unable to get a birth paper. Is that the crux of the
that's
story?
right.
And
Yeah.
what have been what is the agencies or officials telling you why you cannot get a birth paper for Leah?
They keep on sending me back to Sando General Hospital to naturally see if that to go back to the hospital to go back. I have to the amount of money that me and my ex-husband had was to pay to go back and be back and forth to naturally do it and stuff was like we have to go back to Port of Spain. We have to go back to the when we went to do it in the registration office, which is when you leave the hospital. The registration
Mhm.
office and then you're back, you have to go back to the hospital. Then you have to go back to the registration office. Then registration office sending you back to town. And it was like a whole procedure that you have to naturally be through right through. It was for a whole, well, they could say 9 months before she turned 10 years. I was just back and forth, up and down, just getting fed up and sick about it. Until I say, Natalie, you're going to break down. And it so happened that I ended up breaking down and I had was to leave it because I could not take it no more because my stress levels were really high. Because I even went up on this show, this program before to find out why it took us it taken us so long that we keep on asking why my child cannot get her birth paper to go to school. Why it's so hard that it is listed for her to be in the school.
So so
And it's
so
not she alone. I end up getting my other two children birth paper just recently, right? I had a friend. Well, I accept this lady as a mother figure to me. Her daughter helped me get my two son birth paper, and when we went to get the when we went to get Aliyah birth paper, they told us Aliyah is not on the system as yet. So we have
as
to
yet.
go back. I have to go as yet. Aliyah is not. A matter of fact, she's not on the system. A matter of fact, you understand? So I have to go now and see to do overhaul to go back to Sando General Hospital to get this do over with. You understand? To register her.
Where
Mm.
do you live, Natalie, if I may ask?
I live at Hmm?
Gasparillo.
I live at Valley View, Gasparillo. Number 10 Valley
Okay,
View
okay,
Park, Gasparillo.
okay,
So
okay. I
Mhm.
Natalie, where they telling you your daughter done? Your daughter was born. Where they telling you? They're not telling you anything that well, um, maybe she wasn't born here, or the reason why she don't have a birth paper. What is the reason why they are saying that she doesn't have a birth paper? What are they telling you?
Because she's not registered on the system.
Oh, Jesus.
What's that mean?
Oh my God.
Oh,
You
The
you
guys,
only
are you
how
guys
also,
she
hearing
will
me
be
now?
able
Yes.
okay?
mm-hmm.
the
If she's
only
not
how she
registered,
will
then
be
Are you hearing me good?
Yes.
Beg your
We
pardon?
hearing you better. Yeah. No, go ahead, Natalie.
They say
One moment, Gary. Let her talk.
the only how she will be able to get her birth paper is if she's registered on the system. If she's not registered and she's not on the system, she would not be able to have a birth paper.
Yeah, but you don't get on the system unless somebody put you there.
Put you there.
So you talk to any of your elected officials about this dilemma?
Hmm.
I did
Hello?
spoke. That was some years back. Yeah, you hear me?
Yeah, we hearing
Yes,
you.
go ahead.
Mhm.
Okay. I did spoke to Anita Haynes, and Anita Haynes told me that she would have helped me get through with it, but I never got a feedback or anything like that from Anita Haynes about it. So I didn't bother to naturally go back to it.
So Natalie, due to your daughter not
Right?
having a birth paper, she's unable to go to school. Is that correct?
Yeah.
Mm.
So are they providing any any alternative education for your daughter?
Nope.
So as far as they are concerned, she's not a Trinidadian.
Nope.
Nope. She does not even exist. She's
Me
like
and
an
Moxie will
alien,
adopt
you
her.
know?
Oh my goodness.
Oh boy.
No. Listen, we're gonna fix that. I made some calls, Natalie, and this is
Yeah.
gonna get
Yeah.
fixed.
Mm-hmm.
Natalie, we gonna
This is
fix
gonna get
that.
fixed.
We gonna fix
We gonna
that.
fix it. We gonna fix
Yeah.
it.
Yeah.
Sooner,
We.
soon we fixing that.
Yeah.
All right, you come
We
But
to
I
the
want
fixing
you to
that.
give
soon.
me all the names. Give
Yeah,
me
yeah.
all the
Mm-hmm.
names who
Mm-hmm.
you talk to
Gary,
when you
don't
go
worry,
to
Mm-hmm.
the government office. Anyway.
Gary, we gonna get all the information.
Off
We gonna get
air.
all the
Mm-hmm.
information from
Yeah.
Natalie,
I just letting her know what we need,
and
Mm-hmm.
and
and off
and,
the air we gonna talk.
and we gonna
Yeah.
fix that. Now,
Somebody.
who was
Yeah.
the last? Who was the last government official that you actually had a discussion with or you spoke to? Anyone from Ministry of Social Development, Ministry from Legal Affairs? Did you have any discussion with any of them?
The last person that I talked to was social honest person. The last person I did talk to concerning about my daughter was Anita Haynes.
Mm.
And that was the only person I did get on. That was like way back when they
Mm-hmm.
had the
Mm-hmm.
UNC rally, and I spoke to her during the course of the UNC rally that she had, and that was the last time.
Now,
Can we
Nat-
go ahead? Go ahead, Uncle.
Natalie, how do you feel about this situation? I mean, you are going through these difficulties that your daughter don't have a birth paper. Your daughter can go to school because the system is telling her she don't have a birth paper. Can't they give you a temporary birth paper? A
Mm.
temporary birth paper so at least she could go to school until they fix it? No?
Did she go to kindergarten before
I
at
mean, they
all?
usually give you a slip in the hospital when you go to the hospital. They usually give you a slip. They give you anything at all at the hospital when you spend that night?
No, she ain't get
Did
nothing.
they give you any kind of slip of paper? Nothing.
Nothing. She
Nothing.
had nothing.
Mm.
She had nothing.
Mm.
Well,
I
All right.
had
Well, we fixing this.
At
Natalie,
this
did the
time.
child have any
she
any
was
what?
being homeschooled. She was
Okay.
being
Mm-hmm.
homeschooled by some friends of mine, which is her daughter, which is Katie Edwards, and I had her daughter, which is her mom, and them was helping me homeschool them when at that point of time they were being, which is my daughter Aliyah and her two other brothers, which is Jacob and Jadon, was being homeschooled together with Aliyah. Her daughter was teaching, which is Katie Edwards. She was homeschooling them for me at that time.
At this time,
Okay.
can I speak to Aaliyah? Can we speak to Aaliyah? Hi, Aaliyah.
Hi.
You can. How you doing?
Good evening. Good.
All is well. All is well. I must say
Yes.
you're cheerful and positive, despite everything that's going on. but don't let that, dampen your beautiful spirits, right? We, the adults that are around in that San Fernando General Hospital, they made a boo-boo and you got caught in the boo-boo. We here at WZYE, we're going to try to fix it that Aaliyah can go to school because that is what Aaliyah wants to do, right? Aaliyah wants to go to school. Am I correct?
Yeah.
Very much so.
Yeah.
You deserve to be in school. What would you like to be when you grow up?
A lawyer.
Oh, yes.
Yep.
Watch
Fix
out.
that.
Watch out.
Yes.
Watch out.
Yes.
So I think
She knows she
I
have a
think
system to fix.
I think, Natalie, that what we have to do is that, we are going to fix this because there is no reason why, absolutely
Mm-hmm.
no reason why, that
Yes.
at least if you don't have a birth paper, give her a temporary birth paper so she can go to school, right?
Mm-hmm.
And she can continue her education while the system try to figure out that she was born in Trinidad and Tobago,
Thank you.
right? The
Thank you.
system shouldn't be messing up a 10-year-old young lady,
Mm-hmm.
and depriving her of her future. They shouldn't be depriving her of her future.
I'm sure they could have.
Right?
But
Did you go?
a
Go ahead.
parent comes to register a birth. They show their ID. They said, I had this child so and so time. You're supposed to document this in the register office. You're supposed to take that information.
Mm-hmm. And I'm sure
Okay.
she went to a doctor or clinic or something. They have that you had prenatal. Did you have prenatal care? That you were pregnant with,
Mm-hmm.
and this is the result of the
I have
pregnancy. So
everything.
can
I have all my papers. That when I started clinic, when I was pregnant with Aliyah from start to finish, I have all my documents and I have it at home.
I text
Wow.
you my email
Everyone.
address, right? So send me all the information.
Yeah,
Okay, no problem.
we'll fix that because this is an easy fix. To me,
Jerry?
this is an easy fix, right? If whoever is in charge can't fix this, they need to go up to Mars. They
Mm.
need to leave the planet and go to our next planet, right? This is an easy fix, and we go fix this.
Yeah,
We go fix
because
this.
the
We
child till
fixing things
10
in
years old.
2022. We need fixing business.
That's
All
it.
right.
Yeah. I like that answer. We
Yeah,
fixing this.
2022.
Yeah,
We
yeah.
need fixing business.
We're fixing TNT hiding. We're fixing TNT hiding. That
No,
group.
no,
Where
we
is it?
worry about them, Gary. We worry about
Yeah.
that.
No, 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 no,
Mm-hmm.
no.
We go fix it. We go
No,
fix it.
yeah,
Yeah.
yeah,
Natalie,
yeah.
I can guarantee you, and Aaliyah, hold strain, keep the faith, hold strain, stay positive, and know that we fixing this.
Yeah. Also to
Okay.
Dosha, if you're
Thank you.
listening, if you can prepare to come in soon, I want to introduce you to a lovely young lady named Dosha Charles. She is schooled in education and all kinds of good stuff. So I wanted to introduce her to Aaliyah and yourself, and she has agreed to homeschool Aaliyah from there until she gets into a school. And she will deal with the emotional and everything all together, and she's trained, right? So she will know where Aaliyah is at, where to bring her in. She ain't gonna be buffing her and all that. So that she's a very lovely personality. So I hope if she comes in after, yeah, you get to see her on the broadcast and hear her. But she was on our show before. But I wanted her to chime in while you guys were here so you guys can meet. But
So what we
I
will do, even if she doesn't come in, what we will do, we'll put you
mhm,
guys together. We'll be able to
mhm,
share information. And as
mhm.
I said, we fixing this. We fixing it.
Yeah,
You
because
understand? And we like
I
we like to fix things like this because a 10-year-old, that was born in Trinidad and Tobago and is a Trinbagonian shouldn't
thank
have to
you.
go through this.
No. And
Should not.
who is the minister of education?
Guyana does
Afi.
big Guyana does big Guyana
Uh-huh.
does big belly.
Yeah. And she
No,
depriving a little girl of education. Well, you shouldn't be deprived, boys,
But
huh?
wait now.
But
The Minister of Legal Affairs was saying this too,
who? You mean
The
Alphonse?
minister, the Minister of Legal Affairs handles these register issues and birth certificate. That's under
So
his
who is that?
ministry.
Who
Far,
is
that's
that? Who
far,
is
that's
that?
far.
All
That's
right.
That's far.
far.
Yeah, far.
Mr. Faris Alwari. But anyway,
And
like I said,
mm.
I got in touch with the right people and we are addressing this. All right.
Yeah,
Yeah, yeah, yeah.
this child needs to be in school. You're depriving the child of an education.
And Natalie, no one
Right?
understands what you are going through as a mother. No one understands that the pain and
Mm-hmm.
suffering. And the pain and suffering has to come to an end. It has to come to an end, right? Because those who are in charge should understand that they wouldn't like any of their family member to have to go through this.
Nope.
They wouldn't like
And
that. So
and
what we
Natalie,
want to do, what we want you to know, Natalie, is to keep the faith, right? Continue to stay positive, and this too will pass.
And the little girl is 10 years old, fish stick. And were your efforts at the hospital, any of the workers receptive to you, or did they give you attitude? They were hoggish to you.
Yeah, well,
I wasn't getting no.
Diana,
Yeah,
Don't
let her tell
cry,
us stuff.
don't
We
cry,
want, we
don't
want this
cry,
whole
don't
thing
Diana,
cry.
documented.
you
We
know
want this
something
whole
though?
thing documented.
Let me
Let her
keep
tell a story.
right. Let me keep Natalie on the up and up, and
Yeah,
let me put
yeah.
that.
Because it has been going on for the past few years that my daughter has been crying out to me and asking me to go to school. And it like
Mm.
nobody is coming and asking.
Oh God.
have you been able to get the other kids in school yet? The other two that were being homeschooled.
She's breaking down, Tommy. Slim.
Okay.
Oh
That's
boy.
all right.
Nat,
That's all right. We'll give
Natalie,
her the airtime. You tell your story.
yeah.
We
Take
standing
your
That's
with
why
you.
time.
that's
Take
why
your
we are
time.
saying
That's all
Natalie
right,
to you.
Natalie. It's okay.
We
We
want
Take
you
your
to
time.
Don't
understand.
feel
stay,
bad.
we
Whew.
want you to stay positive and letting you know that this too will pass. That
Yeah.
this has to come to an end.
Let me
It,
chime in here. Dr. Keith Christopher Rowley. Yeah, I'm coming at you. A little child here under your watch can't get to go to school. And she mother in tears here tonight. You could go to your bed and sleep comfortable. Huh? And who is the MP for the area? And who is the legal affairs? What's his name? Alfar? All inflicting this pain on
You
this
know,
mother? Huh?
but further to that, is the system is totally rotten. It's
This
2011.
is
This
what
child
we
born in
talk about here at WZY, the
2011.
system. Huh? And
2011 is
whoever's in
2011. The
charge,
child born.
whoever's in charge of that San Fernando General Hospital, shame on you.
yeah, but
Shame
Shame on
on
them.
listen,
you for putting this little child through this and her mother. Shame on all. I hope all they get to see it. All they better not pray that I don't take a plane and come down there. Shame on all you. You always get the storm started when all interfere with children and the women. And it right
but
here in front of me.
but
I'm
but,
mad right now.
Natalie, here is a question, right? How
Mm-hmm.
many other maybe they don't know how many other media outlets in Trinidad carried your story? How many other media outlets?
It have plenty parents. We're talking about single parents as my
No,
daughter.
no, no,
No.
no,
How
no.
many
How many
people?
other like radio stations or television stations carried your story?
Mm,
None.
mm,
None?
No
None.
mm.
fish.
None.
None?
None. This is the
I mean,
first radio station or TV station have and did my program, and I am so thankful that you all get this news to come and do this because my daughter is hurting deep within herself knowing that she isn't going to school since she's born in 2011. In
2011.
Shame on you,
2011.
Dr. Rowley.
Yeah,
Shame
yeah,
on
yeah.
Dolly
No,
Gatsby.
wait,
Shame
wait, wait,
on
Listen.
wait.
Paris.
The shame starts since 2011,
Thank
right?
you. So who was in power
And
then?
the partnerships they were in there since 2010.
Shame on all of them. Shame on all. Shame on San Fernando General Hospital that did not take this woman's plea to help her get a birth paper. Let me calm down now. I have a lovely young lady here Miss Dorsha. Charles, thank you for chiming in.
Hi, good night. Are you all hearing me?
Yeah, we hearing you.
Yeah.
Awesome. I really feel for Miss Guerra and her daughter, honestly, from being out of school for so long, not experiencing that socialization. It can be very hard for a child and it does affect a child's mental health. I mean, she's 10 and the supposed age to do SCA exam in order to get to a secondary school is 11, 12. So if we think about it, she only has like 1 or 2 more years again to prepare for SCA. And that is very heartaching, honestly. And I want to remind your daughter that, everything that we're experiencing now is always to prepare us for our future. And I love that she wants to be a lawyer, because this fits so perfectly in her story. Every career, every
Mm-hmm.
journey that we have a story. And I believe that this aspect of her story will do so well in her career and it will help her to grow so much. And I know that she will help many other children who experience similar situations like she is experiencing now.
Give me that again, sorry.
I said that the what she's experiencing now is really and truly preparing her for her career and
Mm-hmm.
her part of being a
Mm-hmm.
lawyer because I know that she would definitely feel close and would want to help many other young people, children like her age, go through similar situations like she is going through now. And so this is like preparation for her.
Mm-hmm.
She's experiencing it live, unfortunately, but it is definitely to help her to help others in the future.
Mm-hmm.
And as I came on the program to share that I would definitely offer my support and help with her in her schooling and her journey, her social and emotional learning skills to prepare her so that she can complete her SC exam and get a great secondary school.
Mm-hmm. Well, that is her fame and goal right about now get into a school. You understand? Because that is her goal of going to school and further in her education so she can reach where she wants to reach in life because she always saying, Mommy, I want to grow up to be, she will say she wants to be a lawyer now. Then after you will ask her again, 3 to 4 months after, then you will ask her again. She will ask her, Leah, what you want to be, Mommy? I want to be a doctor. So when you get sick, I will help you and stuff. So that so there's always say you make children, but you did not make their mind. You understand? Because she's 10 years, that's how we just say, right? So what their options is what they grow up to wanting to be in their future coming. So if she wants that future, she has to have an education. She can't just go into law school without a proper education or anything like that because you have to have a high standard of level to go into law school. You understand? I don't mind, as I tell my daughter, I would always put out my best as a single parent, no matter what. I will try my utmost best to make sure my daughter and my 2 sons, who is not going to school, who is 7 years and 9 years of age, they
Oh
haven't
my
attended
God.
preschool, neither big school or anything like that.
Okay.
What is the
So,
reason for that?
mm,
Well, stating that how Aliyah does not has her birth paper, they was not be able them they told me that how Aliyah cannot get her birth paper, them would not be able to get their birth paper until Aliyah gets her own. So I went back
No.
into them last year.
oh,
Yeah. I went back into them last year and I end up getting the 2 boys birth paper and I did not get her birth paper because they told me as how she is not on the computer system, Aliyah would not be allowed a birth paper. You understand? Because she's not fully registered on the computer system at the Sando General Hospital. Because I even went into the registration office, they do not have her on the computer system or anything like that. So I asked them, after having my last son, who is 7 years, right? After I had him, which he was born at the Sando General Hospital also. How come it is that I was in the clinic to tie off my tubes? How come it is or they don't have nothing like that I was carried, I did a surgery in Sando General Hospital, or they don't have nothing like that on the system neither. Nothing like that they have on the system that I did that surgery there. Nothing like that.
It's the problem in Trinidad and Tobago. But Dosha,
So,
I
which
was
meaning
trying to
if they
chime.
had that there, they would have all my files and stuff stating that Aliyah was carried, that Natalie Guerra brought a child into Sando General Hospital. They would have every proof that, okay, this is the mother's file. Once she comes, she will be able to get the files and things to register her daughter. But they do not have that.
Dosha, just talk about what you will do with Aliyah. Just let her know, briefly what you're qualified in and what you're capable of doing. And, maybe you can do it with her other two boys also.
Yeah, so what I do is empower students with social and emotional learning skills because challenges like this really affects our mental health and how we socialize with others. And so helping her with these skills will help to build her resilience, help her to withstand these challenges and push through no matter all these challenges that she's facing. So that once she gets into a school, or even before she gets into a school, she would be motivated and committed to pushing through and trying her best despite her circumstances. And even
And
for your other children as well.
And you will also do some school work with them.
Yes.
The academic work. Yes. Good.
Yeah.
So we will fix this. We plan to fix this, Aliyah.
So Natalie, those are tears of joy. Eh? Those. Just remember, Natalie, that those are tears of joy, right? Because joy is going to be coming soon in the day, right? Even though we are in the night now, soon, tears of joy are going to be coming. And I want you to, every day you wake up in the morning, tell yourself that tears of joy is coming for Aliyah. And we are going to fix this for you.
We hear a lot of noise.
Yeah, Aliyah, put Aliyah on the camera. Yeah. Aliyah, I want you to stay positive as well. I want you to stay positive, continue to have the positive attitude, and tell yourself, this too will pass, and you will go on to be a very successful doctor, lawyer, pilot, whatever you want to be.
Yep.
You're going to become very successful at it.
And your brothers too.
Okay. I also want to say I admire your strength and your determination. I'm very proud of you. This is Gary. I'm very proud of you. And I am going to do everything to help you also. So this whole team is on your side, and you let us know, keep us updated on what's going on. All right.
So I will share your information with Dosha. She will contact you, Natalie, and you arrange time with the students, the children, that they can speak with Dosha. Right? She's a very brilliant young lady, so she will help you with them. Okay.
Natalie, before you go, why do you have the access to the Wi-Fi there? Just kind of WhatsApp me your ID card and any information that you can, so I can start working on your issues.
Okay.
Remember that number I called you on?
I will.
Okay. Natalie. Whatever information. Okay, whenever you can get access to Wi-Fi, just WhatsApp me everything, right? Because I'm waiting on that to move forward with you with the process for you.
So, all right, I will send it for you.
Go ahead, Natalie.
Hi?
Yeah, go ahead. You were saying something.
No, not you. Not you.
Okay.
Yeah, she was talking to me about it, but go ahead. You can speak to all of us. So what I'm saying is, just send me the information so I can roll with getting things done for you, all right?
All right, no problem.
as soon as you can. All right, thanks. Bye.
And Natalie, also before you go, right?
Hi.
I'm gonna reach out to a few of my friends who are in the media in Trinidad and Tobago, and I'm gonna put them on the spot and say, here is information, here is a story that all of you guys should be telling the public of Trinidad and Tobago. Here is something where it's not just PNM UNC politics all the time, PNM UNC. Here is a social story that each and every one of you guys should be broadcasting, right? So whoever is responsible can get above the fanny and do what they're supposed to do and do right by you, Natalie, and Aliyah. And I'm going to do that.
Yep.
Okay.
Yeah.
So, Josh, I also want to thank you for stepping in as well, and on short notice, coming to join us as well. So we appreciate you,
Thank.
taking the time to come in here and join us tonight.
Sure, thank you. Thank you for inviting me. And I know that this will be a part of Aliyah's story when she, gets the victory. She'll have a victorious story.
Okay.
Thank you.
Thank
so
you very
Dorsha.
much for
Thank you,
taking the
Dorsha.
time.
Thank you.
This is our young lady out of Tobago, right?
No, she's from Trinidad.
Oh,
The
Trinidad. I mixed
one
them up.
who used
So,
to
Okay.
sell the
all right.
pennicool and
So
things.
Natalie,
Oh, right.
Oh,
and
Yeah,
Dorsha.
Okay.
Natalie, Aliyah, and
Okay.
Dosha, we want to thank you guys so very kindly for joining us. And remember, we're fixing this. We go fix
Yep.
this.
Yeah, we fixing it.
Okay. All right.
And
Take care.
Thank
always
you.
Bye
feel
bye.
free to reach out to me
Thank you.
anytime.
Bye-bye.
Bye
Bye-bye.
bye,
I look
Aliyah.
forward to hearing
Bye-bye.
from you. Bye bye.
Okay.
Bye.
Okay.